want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Tu sors avec un mec.
Gotcha. Oh,
Littéralement.
did you
Il en reste plus que deux. On va peut-être arrêter là, je sais pas.
On peut sauvegarder? Non.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
D'accord, j'y vais. Non, je peux pas.
Mais si, t'es pas encore allé
Non,
en
je peux
haut.
pas, je veux savoir.
On n'a pas encore visité en haut.
Mais je veux savoir si je fais ce qu'il me dit, Oh fuck.
On n'a pas encore visité ce qui se passe en haut.
Oh, c'est luxe.
Ça va, il y en a qui viennent bien là.
Ok. Ce que t'as pas.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh!
2845. 8. Non.
Yeah.
Stanley just sat around
845.
twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Oh.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
L'envers du décor. Beaucoup de cartons.
Buto!
Ça paraît presque glauque.
Ce jeu, mais ce jeu...
Mais pas mal quand même, il est vraiment sympa.
En fait, depuis tout à l'heure, Michael est juste en train de nous tuer, mais à petit feu.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley
Vous voyez, t'as pas
realized he
demandé
felt a
clairement.
Vous voyez pas nos têtes, mais on est
It was a
décomposés.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Certes. Ok. Je pose même plus de questions.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Mind control
Facility.
facility.
Escape. Moi je suis à toi, je continuerai.
Non.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
J'ai pas envie de me faire ce qu'il me dit, parce que...
But of course,
En fait,
Stanley
il te
thought
manipule,
better
et
of
même
it
quand tu fais pas ce
and
qu'il dit, il te
realized he simply
manipule.
had too much to live for.
Je suis faible.
La soumission à l'autorité. On s'en poule.
Je me demande à quoi il sert.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the
En fait,
strength
tous tes
to
coworkers, c'est
find
toi.
out?
C'est que des Stanley partout.
Non, c'est pas...
Bah t'étais en haut, bah tes écrans sont activés.
Peut-être que...
Dimension parallèle.
Ok, non, c'est bon, stop. Assez de mindfuck, moi j'arrête de réfléchir. Je me demande à quoi il sert.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Voilà.
Their
C'est
true
exactement ce qui
nature
s'est passé quand t'es
revealed.
arrivé.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Peut-être. Ah, Camerdes, il a claqué, il s'en va. Je suis tout seul.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
C'est pas impossible.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ok. D'accord, Stanley. Michael. Tout le monde. J'arrête. Je fais ce que vous me dites. J'en peux plus. Je vais tout casser.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Et si je l'allume?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before your
J'en sais rien,
oblivion.
je sais pas ce qu'il faut faire.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
0,52.
Other
J'ai
times,
l'impression de
I
regarder
let the
ce
office
type
sink into the
de film
ground,
où si t'as
swallowing
raté une seconde
everyone
du
inside,
film,
or I
c'est
let it
terminé.
burn to a crisp.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai raté?
T'es parti 30 secondes.
This version
Il y avait la
has
machine de
been
contrôle mental et j'ai choisi de l'allumer
Watching you
et
try to
ça a
make
pas plu
sense
au
of
narrateur parce que
everything
c'est
and
pas ça
take
que je
back the
devais faire.
control wrested
Alors,
away from you.
Il a
It's quite
activé
rich.
le
I almost hate
système
to see it
d'autodestruction du
go.
complexe.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
Oh, fuck.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Ça servait à rien.
Attends, le temps s'est pas arrêté.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right
No.
now?
À droite, c'est
Or
clair.
did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
No, no,
or
no,
this
no.
door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to
Okay.
pieces.
Vas-y.
Will you cling
D'accord.
desperately to your frail life? Or will you
Non,
let
c'est
it
bon.
go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say...
Michael,
happily
je
ever
t'encule.
Fuck you. Et tu recommences.
Ok population, cette fois c'est bon, j'arrête. C'était The Stanley Parable. Jouez-y.
Essayez.
Essayez de finir. Je sais même pas si j'ai une fin là.
On est plusieurs.
Ouais.
Faut le voir comme ça.
Allez, bye.
Bye.